Greetings, and good afternoon, Juneteenth family. Welcome to our weekly Lunch and Learn. This week's Lunch and Learn, we are bringing Deborah Cassanova, owner of Sheena's Natural Designs. She's going to be here with us talking about quite a few things. Before I share what she's here to talk about, we're going to bring Deborah up, and she's going to introduce herself and let the world know who she is. Hey, Deborah, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm well. Welcome to Juneteenth NY's weekly Lunch and Learns. It's a pleasure to have you.
Pleasure to be here.
So, share with our community who you are and what you do and how you started doing what you're doing.
So my name is Deborah Cassanova, as Jamie mentioned, founder and CEO of Sheena Natural Designs. Born and raised in Jamaica, came to America in 2005. So Sheena Natural Designs came about when the pandemic started. I started off making masks. I was kind of a procrastinator because I bought a sewing machine back in 2015, around there, and I only ever used it once since I bought it, and that was to make like my mommy pillow because I was pregnant at the time with my daughter. So I made my mommy pillow and I didn't touch it again until the pandemic started. I started making masks for my friends and family, and they're like, oh, these masks are really good. Have you ever thought about turning it into a business? I was like, no, nobody would take me serious. Nobody would take me serious. But then when I finally launched in June 2020, like the feedback that I received from strangers as well as family members was really good. So I was like, okay, I guess this could be a thing. Like I come from a family of seamstress. Like my grandmother was a seamstress, my great grandmother was a seamstress. So I was taught to sew from an early age. So it was like, okay, you have this little thing that you usually do, but you never really thought of like putting it, as a business. So that's kind of how I got started. And from there, so I started with mask, and then I went on to making headbands and bonnets and head wraps. And then now I'm into t-shirts, like t-shirts to kind of display the colorful side of me, because they say you can spot a Jamaican anywhere because of the colors that because of the colors that they wear, and they're very colorful people, which is so true. So I try to incorporate that in my brand.
Got you. So that's so funny. That's actually the first time I've heard that, but I have been compared. I too love colors and I love mixing colors, and I too have been compared to my brothers and sisters from other Caribbean islands, mostly being the Dominican Republic. I get asked a lot of times if I'm Dominican. So I understand the I understand, but I don't understand. That's other people's stories of the association to color. Because to me, colors really just exhibit like happiness and joy,
Right,
and people that
exactly.
really have like a zest for life.
Right.
Not to say that people that wear all black and all
No,
white
are
don't have
boring.
a zest, but they tend to live life a little bit more on the line. Not that they're
Mhm.
not fun, but they live life a little bit more on the line. I find that taking those risks and wearing colors and coordinates and coordinating colors are it exhibits a strength that we don't even realize we have. Because you spoke of, I heard you say like, oh, no one would take me seriously, and I'm sure they are. Otherwise, we wouldn't even be sitting here probably having this conversation.
That is very true.
You know. So, so sewing and the seamstresses. I hear that it was sort of a hobby that ended up becoming a job.
Yes.
Got you. And more of a job. Is it becoming a passion for you?
So it's like sewing is like my takeaway from like my everyday life. Like when I'm sewing or when I'm crafting in general, it's like I'm in a zone. Like say I've been feeling kind of down about something, nothing in particular, but I'm just like not out of it. When I pick up when I go to my sewing machine or when I go to make a creation, a design, in my cricket area or my workspace, it's just like, oh, I'm in another zone. Don't bother me. This is it. It's like I'm so lost.
It's like your zen, your happy space.
Yes,
So,
yes.
question for you: what did you do before you transferred over to being an entrepreneur and taking on and sharing your passions and your gifts that you were given with the world?
So I am actually I'm in healthcare. I work for a hospital. I have two degrees, one in medical informatics, a master's in medical informatics, a bachelor's in ultrasound. So I am in the medical field, and I still have my 9 to 5 whilst doing this.
Beautiful, beautiful. So, you're a person of service.
I guess you could say that. Behind the scene, yes.
Person of service. So, between either your handcrafted items or whether you're in the place and space putting hands on people, you're a person, and that's how I see it anyway, that you're a person that's giving of your heart, and your Sheena's Natural Designs is a space. So how did you come up with the name Sheena's Natural Designs?
So funny story, right? My back in the day, my grandmother told me that my name should have been Sheena instead of Athena. So like I was very close with my grandmother. I was raised by my grandmother. So I felt like it was like paying um tribute to her by naming it, by calling my business that. Because I played around with a bunch of different names, but none really had like a nice flow to it. So that's how I kind of went with, okay, Sheena Natural Designs. I'm natural for the most part. My hair is natural. Like I don't wear makeup. Like the most I'll do is lip gloss and maybe mascara, but that's it. I never do like a full face, as they say. So that's kind of how the name came about, and the fact that I'm incorporating different designs. I'm not just limiting myself to one section, then, to put it like that.
So, what are your favorite? So, have you gone on to make other items since you started making the masks? I think you mentioned T-shirts. Are there other items you make and or plan to make in the future?
So yes, I do make other items. So I make like headbands. I make satin headbands. I make cotton headbands. I make satin line. All of my bonnets are satin line. My head wraps I'm phasing out. Those are satin lined as well. I make t-shirts. I make tote bags. I'm thinking of bringing in like glassware, or I also do like event signs. So yeah, so I'm everywhere. You're muted.
So, like the large size, yeah, I have to mute so that we don't have the echoes in the back when you're speaking. So you mean like banners and things like of the such?
So like for baby showers and or weddings, I make signs like those.
Okay, so like backdrops.
Not
Understood.
necessarily a backdrop, but more like a welcome sign, because a backdrop might be too big.
Gotcha, gotcha. So, what is the largest size? Just in case there's anyone in the community that's interested, what would be the largest size sign?
Like the 32 by 26, those signs that they place on like the easels,
Okay,
like
got
at weddings, they say welcome to so and so wedding, like those kinds of signs,
it. And like
and or baby
to
showers.
tell people which way to go for different things or
Right.
different areas.
Correct.
Got you, got you. So I'm super interested in seeing some of your items. I would love to really hand over the stage. I'm gonna stay on the side and become a little smaller, but I'll be here to read any questions that you may receive from the community or to just support you in any way necessary. Okay.
Okay. So I guess or my first item to show would be our Touch by an Angel t-shirt. Um this I thought it I gave it that name because like I'm a very spiritual person for the most part. So when I saw this, that was kind of like my feeling, the feeling it gave. So that's how this came about. Um, my next item would be like our tote bags. They're available in this size as well as smaller sizes. Can you see?
Yeah, we can see that's
Okay.
beautiful.
Thank you. So I these are all handmade. Like I put all the pieces together individually. Like do it. So I do the yellow first, then I go on to do the green. So like I go around, and put in the colors. We also have this, be brave, be kind, be awesome, be you. I'm all about being and representing, being your authentic self, representing who you are. Sometimes we have to blend in, for want of a better word, and kind of hide our true selves. So that's like my motto for the most part. Be always present as yourself, because there's only one you, right? So we have that. And then we have this he, she, hers, which kind of, display, okay, there are different body types, but this is, I guess me. So I have this one. I also have, so when I just started out making t-shirts, these were like my first design, where I created like a destructed look, and then used fabrics to kind of fill in the back. So that's what this is. We have the
So
lotus
beautiful.
flower.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but the one before that, that's so beautiful because I automatically saw an earring.
So I
I'm
call it chandelier.
wow. I'm like, that's exactly what I saw was, oh wow, she should create a matching earring to go with.
Yes, yes, yes. And then this is the lotus flower.
Beautiful.
These I cut out with my hand, scissors, and drawing. And how I create these is I use like fabric pen to draw the pattern on the back, and kind of individually cut them out, go through and cut them out. Then I have um, my Juneteenth t-shirt, of course, which is available in black and white. These are all handmade as well. Like I put each piece individually. I do the reds first, then I do the yellows, then I do the greens. So when I say handmade, I literally mean I take my time and I put them together.
I love the images and how you played with the images to make the letters. Those really beautiful and so just what is the word I'm looking for? Like it'll come to me. But I also want to read from the comment box because you do have some comments. So Athenia was saying she likes the be silly part, that we forget to be childish sometimes,
Yes,
and
yes,
that
that is very
makes
true.
life greater and our experiences greater. I often, when I'm doing things that are new, I have been taught from this community that I'm a part of that if you do it with a childlike energy, it makes it like how that experience when we were children, where we didn't take everything so
Take you back.
seriously,
Yes, yes,
yeah, where we were
yes.
allowed ourselves to be authentically playful. And Athenia also says that she likes the abstractness of the designs.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes. And I try to incorporate the colors, because my brand is like, what my motto is like, what's life without a pop of color? Yes, you might be into like your neutrals and stuff, but you still ever so often need like that one pop of color to say, okay, I'm gonna rock this with this. Maybe it might be a colorful t-shirt or colorful sneakers, but you always need some kind of color to just like pop then, rather than your standard neutrals.
I so agree. Whenever I'm invited to like a white party or a black party, that's exactly what I do because I'm like, I can't imagine we had this conversation a little while ago
Yeah.
about my loving to play with color. So it's always, I used to
I
say,
always have
always
to be the
say,
odd one. I'm like,
yeah,
it's okay.
whether it be the earring or the jewelry or the sneakers, like you said, or just the purse or all the accessories.
Exactly.
I try not to do
Exactly.
all the accessories to kind of stick with
Tone
the
it down a
person,
little.
but
Yes.
yeah, to tone it down a little and to also play, go by the rules of the party or where I'm invited to, but I have to have that pop of color.
Yes, that
I
is me.
agree.
That is me. Like I have to have a piece of color, whether it's my sneakers or my handbag. And nowadays you have these really small handbags that are so cute that you want to get them in every color for, say, okay, if I'm going to this event, then I can see myself rocking this with this outfit. So that's kind of like where the color portion of it, I try to incorporate it as much as possible. Then we have the be kind, be brave, be silly, be you. This is the same concept. All of these colors are all like I place them all individually and do them individually. This is available in black, white, and yellow if need be. And then, of course, our Believe in Yourself tee, which is available in sweatshirts, hoodies, and t-shirts, black and white. So, like these, the process was, oh my gosh. My husband was like, oh my gosh, you must really love this thing to be taking your time to do it. Because he's like, if I was doing it, I would have been fed up already. But it's fun for me, and it kind of transport me to a place like, okay, I am doing this. Whoever gets this should be happy and proud when wearing it, to know that it was crafted with love. Like, I took my time placing each piece, and if it wasn't done to my liking, I would start all over. I would start all over.
I love that, the commitment to the passion and the design. Um, that's such a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I love the T-shirt. If you don't mind, would you share some price points? Were you complete first of all? I don't want to.
Yeah, yeah, I'm complete for the most part.
All right. So, would you like to share out with the community your price points?
So, for the graphic tees, they usually start at $32. For like the tees like this, they start at $32. For like a regular coats tee like this one, this I think is $28. Like sometimes you need a t-shirt like this because people just be getting on your wrong side, and instead of saying what you don't want to say, you just like, okay, you know, why y'all trying to test me, you know? So that's what gravitated to this one.
I love that. The minute I read it, I'm just like my inside started tickling. I'm just laughing and cracking up away.
Yes, and then our headbands, the satin ones are 20, the cotton ones are 15, and this is kind of what it looks like. These are the cotton ones, and this is the satin one. They're available in like a variety of patterns. Um, I'm still working on some, like our bonnets. Right now, I only have this because I'm still sewing. They are satin lined as well, so they protect, your crown. Because let's be real, us black folks were very particular about our hair. So yeah, so this is 28. The satin line one, this 20. Satin line headbands. Sorry, bonnets are 28. My totes range from, depending if it's cotton or canvas, from like 15 to $40. So like the very big tote that I showed earlier, this one, this would be $40 because this is canvas. This would be 25. This is canvas as well. And then the cotton ones are like 15.
All right, so beautiful. So, will you share with the community, and it'll also be dropped into the chat box? First of all, share anything else that you would like to share today before we finish, before we're complete with our conversation. If there's anything that we didn't touch on that you'd like to speak about or share about. Um,
Like I maybe advice for anybody who's looking to start a business. Like, okay, don't you're gonna be scared in the beginning, you're gonna be frightened, but I'm sure you'll have like that group of people that will push you. Just do it. Start off small and then kind of expand. I know sometimes it can be overwhelming, but like once you're in it, you'll be like, oh my gosh, why didn't I do this long time ago? So my advice to anybody who's looking to start a business is to just go in. You have nothing to lose. It's all very new, and just try it. You might be surprised at the how it is received, how your products are received, and the fact that you put your all into it. You're not doing it just because this is it's fun for you. And sometimes they say when you take out the fun out of stuff, it's not so enjoyable anymore. Just keep it as, okay, it's fun for me. Don't just think of it as, oh, I need to make this because I need to make some money kind of situation. Don't look at it like that.
I agree. I always say when we do things from the heart, the outcome is a lot better than when we do it just for the money. When we do things for the money alone, it can be rewarding, but the reward is never really going to be as high as if we're operating out of purpose and passion and from the heart.
Exactly, exactly.
So we have a Tyson Crawford David that wants to know, do you do pop-up shops?
Yes, I do pop-up shops. I don't have any scheduled right now, but I do
And
pop-ups.
that actually leads me to a question. Are you located here in America, or are you in Jamaica?
No, I'm in America.
And what
I'm
state?
between New York and New Jersey.
Okay, so you cater to the tri-state area.
Yes.
All right. So for those of you who wants to have Deborah at your space with her Sheena Naturals Designs, she's available to circle the tri-state area of New York, Jersey, and maybe Lower Connecticut sometimes, because I know Lower Connecticut sometimes is so close to Jersey, it's actually closer than New York in some spaces. All right. And do you have your own website? Do we have the information for a website?
Yes, my website is sheenanatural.com. My Instagram is at Sheena Natural Designs. I'm on Facebook as well, at Sheena Natural Designs, and TikTok at Sheena Natural Designs. I'm everywhere. You can find me. Just Google me.
I love it. I love it. And it's also for you, Tyson. It's also up in the. It was dropped at 12:12. You can see the links should be there. And are all of your products located on your website? Are they all
Yes,
available?
for the most part, yes. Everything is available on the website.
Okay, that was for Raul Jackman. All right, so everything is available on the website. And on the website, and I guess they can also DM you if there were any special. Do you do
Yes,
special
if you have
requests
like
actually
special
for
requests, you can always send me a message via WhatsApp or even via the Instagram DM.
Okay, yeah, Tyson, look, great minds think alike. We were right there. So yes, she does do custom designs. And you can reach out many different ways through her messengers, through WhatsApp, through can they link to your WhatsApp from one of your social media platforms or the website?
Yes, on my Facebook, it's connected to WhatsApp, my Instagram as well.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, I do custom pieces at request. I'm responding to Athenia.
All right, community, any more questions? All right, so I did have one more thing that I wanted to chat about before we depart for today because we have quite a bit of time. So we started out at the top that I said that I would share the title, and I'm ending up sharing it towards the end. But our discussion also touched on different things, but I want you to share exactly what it means to you to be in a world away from the hustle and bustle of everyday life, coming into a place where time seemingly stands still. What exactly does that mean for you? Is that the design process or?
The entire thing from start to finish. So when I create my designs or when I cut a pattern to sew, like once I sit down by the computer or by the sewing machine and I start sewing or start crafting, my mind just goes blank and I just disappear. It's almost like I'm taken out of my body and transported somewhere else because it's that calm, it's that refreshing, it's that relaxing. I have nothing else on my mind. It's just like a blank space for me to explore my creative side and kind of I guess that kind of brings me to come up with new ideas or new designs. So it's literally like just being lost in time.
I love that. I love that. It definitely resonates with me as a jewelry creator. When I'm in that space, in that room, it is literally like time stands still. So no matter what, we live in a very crazy world. So it's very important. I actually consider it as part of my self care, having a space in place that I can kind of go into, allow my creativity to replenish me and to kind of get me grounded so that then I can raise my vibrations and continue on moving through the world in a space that it offers me balance.
But
So
correct, correct.
I
Like
love
this is my calm. This is my peace space. This is where I'm like in my zone, for want of a better word. How they say it, like my zen, like
I definitely get that. So it's been such a pleasure chatting with you. Athenia says great. She looks forward to connecting with you for a special Juneteenth piece. And yeah, I hope that we end up working with you in the future and that you end up dropping in here with us again. Tell him to get out of here. We didn't invite you to the show. He wants to get a little stage.
Yeah, he wants to get a piece of the action.
Oh, thank you. This has been so much fun, and I love your energy, and it's really been a pleasure. I look forward to seeing you, like I said, along the line somewhere, whether either you're back here presenting again, and you're welcome to do that if that's what you like.
Thank you for having me, and this has been fun. I was a little nervous because I was like, "Oh my gosh, what's going to happen? What questions are going to be asked?" But it was really cool. It was fun. So thank you for having me.
You're so welcome. You're so welcome. All right. Thank you, community. Thank you for joining us for another week of our weekly Lunch and Learn. I'm not sure who's going to be here with us next week, but we will have that information coming for you in the next few days. And please don't hesitate to reach out to Deborah and request whatever it is that you need to would like to see made, have made. If there's anything that you saw here today, don't hesitate to reach out and show her some love and purchase her products. And I'll see you guys next week.